Today I want to be covering some of the updates of the week. A lot of things happen in the play to earn space, a lot of big announcements to make, to share with you guys. And I want to cover everything right now in this video. So let's go. Welcome. My name is Lord Richy, and we are the astronaut guys. And let's go. And today we're going to be doing a crypto week in review. All right, so we're gonna get started with the update from the play to earn space. This week on play2earn.net, we got Axie Infinity as number 1, followed by Undead Blocks that came out of nowhere last week. A FPS zombie game where you kill to earn, where you kill a zombie in order to earn in the game. Then we got the Sandbox as third, and Fable. The Fable, also another one that came out of nowhere. Let's dive into Axie Infinity and see how were the number of the week. So we got a pretty big bump here with some of the announcements that we're making in the Axie community, which we're going to be covering a little bit later in this stream. As you can see, social score went up. A lot of people were sharing more information about the game, probably some information about the latest economical change that happened in the game, including the bump in the SRP price, which we'll be covering in a little bit. Also, the release of season 20 was a big event this week in the Axie community, which might justify the climb at the top of play to earn in terms of social score. So that should explain it. And we got the Fable, another game that came out of nowhere, brand new game. So the Fable is a blockchain-based action RPG that allows players to explore and experience the worlds of the Fabled. Players can choose from a variety of worlds to explore and fight their way through a series of levels where they will encounter a variety of enemies and bosses. I also got Chain of Alliances. Again, like I was saying, Chain of Alliances is brand new. Chain of Alliance is a fully on-chain role-playing and strategy game in a fantasy science fiction setting with NFT. Join a party of adventurer and combat other players, parties, or AI control monster. Loot and get XP to enhance and develop your individual heroes. So this is one of the games that was on the top 10 this week. Let's have a look at what happened this week with Ethereum price. So overall, during the week, Ethereum price was up 16.9%. Just a minor little, bump overall throughout the week. Looks like it's a little bit down in the past 24 hours. We also got Polygon. So Polygon this week is up 21%, 21.6%. Looks like in the past 24 hours, it also went down. It's been a great week for Smooth Love Potion, but in the past 24 hours, I see it's been a little bit down. But considering that the issuance of the token was reduced by 70%, the token been having a great week, guys, up 193.5% this week. Anyone that had, coins in SRP that didn't sell the SRP probably had a big week. And also, the price yesterday went all the way to 0.039 and was almost at 0.04. Geo posted this week, it will take some time for the reduced issuance from season 20 to show up on the mint burn. Why? There are still claims coming in from the higher issuance era. Should start to see the effect in 14 days. So you just posted that yesterday, February 10. In the next 14 days, we're going to start seeing the actual real effect of the issuance reduction on the price of SRP, which is implying that it's expecting to see a climb of the SRP price in the next coming days. And it's only been a couple days since season 20 was launched, and already out of the hype, we've already been seeing the price of SRP going up. If things goes as expected with this huge issuance drop and the introduction of burn mechanism, well, it's kind of adding some scarcity to the price of SRP. So, we might see some prices going up this week in the next 14 days as Geo is saying. This remains to be seen. I'm holding my SRP. I'm not selling any of it, and this is no investment advice. So we also got AXS this week having a relatively good week, just up 33% this week. In the past 24 hours as well, been down 0.5% in the past hour, 2.7% in the past 24 hours. Looks like most of the market's been a little bit down this week, but really excited about what's coming up for SRP and the Axie Infinity community, and especially with the new season 20 that was just introduced. It's going to be very interesting to see how people in the Space House Scholar are going to start earning SRP in the game, if it has become more competitive. If you guys think this is more competitive now is the time. Let me know in the comment. I would love to know if the game is getting more competitive because of those changes. It has always been a goal in our guild to position ourselves as an esports team. So making sure to reward the top player, it's like a meritocracy where we are rewarding the top player and making sure that they can compete at the highest level. So, you know, those changes are not really affecting the guild in terms of our vision, because it's going toward that direction. Axie was already a skill-based game, but it's gonna become even more skill-based with the introduction of upgrades, which is actually another burn mechanism for SLP and other features of the sort. But, you know, expecting a lot of price movement on the price of SLP. So we are looking at Vigorous right now. Vigorous is the utility token of Pegasi. This week, Vigorous had a little bit of a bad week, down 28.1%. 7.1% in the past 24 hours alone. Not a great week for this token, considering that overall this month is been pretty great. It's been up 286%, but just a bad week in the past couple of days. Probably some price movement again in the play to earn space. Finally, DeFi Kingdom. DeFi Kingdom been making a lot of announcements lately. In the past 7 days, it's been only up 34%, not a lot of price movement. Overall, on the past 30 days, it's actually been down 51.2%. So not the best months, but in the past few days, it's been going just a little bit up due to some of the news that have been happening in that ecosystem. They've introduced lands. A lot of people have been buying lands. And after they've been working on launching on new blockchain. DeFi Llama is a platform that aggregates everything that's happening in DeFi in terms of TVL. So showing us some of the top projects in the space. Right now you got Curve, still number one with a TVL of $19.84 billion, followed by MakerDAO, $17.52 billion, and Aave, a lending borrowing protocol on Avalanche, on Ethereum, and Polygon at a $13.85 billion in terms of TVL. The overall market in the DeFi space is still pretty big, $208.7 billion in terms of total value locked in the space. This is a lot more than what we've been seeing in the past years, especially in 2021, where the TVL was only around $20 billion. So huge increase of TVL over time. Yield Guild Game recently partnered with gaming blockchain Oasis to scale blockchain gaming. So Yield Guild Game is in a lineup of aspiring validator of Oasis, a gaming blockchain designed to build a decentralized metaverse by connecting different play-to-earn games within its ecosystem. Oasis validator will be able to secure and verify the transaction of different play-to-earn games and content creator within the gaming chain. One of the founder of Oasis is no other than the founder of Yield Guild Game, Gabby Dyson. So Gabby Dyson is a startup entrepreneur and a 15-year veteran of the game industry in Southeast Asia. He's the co-founder of Yield Guild Game, a play-to-earn gaming guild. Looks like a new blockchain is coming out in the space, in the play-to-earn space, from the like of Gabby Dyson, Hajime Nakatami, who used to work at Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco is the company behind Tekken. And we also got Hironao Kunimitsu, the co-founder and CEO of Thirdverse Inc. and Finance Co. So he's recognized as one of Japan's top gaming entrepreneur, and he is the founder and former CEO of Gumi Inc. Three big leaders in the space who came together to found Oasis, a new blockchain for games. Some news with Nifty Islands. Nifty Island is an open social gaming platform and virtual world being developed by Nifty Studio. It will be the centerpiece and first title in what we call the Niftverse, a set of interoperable games, a marketplace, play-to-earn protocol, game developer tool, and infrastructure, all powered by Web3. So Nifty Islands recently announced a closed alpha. So Palm holders, alongside a select cohort of early supporter and NFT collectors, will be the first group eligible to participate in the closed alpha. This will include team and community member from our partner Legendary Totem project. Sneak peek from the private alpha. So some of the people that were whitelisted will be able to get access to the alpha and join the Niftverse. Kind of look like something similar to Minecraft, in a sense. So the purpose of our closed alpha is to stress test an MVP version of the Gameverse. It's about gathering feedback and developing ideas for future development in collaboration with you, our early community. Here are more screenshots from that ecosystem, the game. They've shared a couple in that blog post on their Medium page. going to show you some more. So as you can see, people are building stuff in that game. If you want to learn more about it, you can follow their Medium at Nifty Island on medium.com. So we got also the Sandbox. We'll partner with Ubisoft. Okay. So we are getting a AAA franchise joining the play to earn space with Rabbids. So Rabbids is invading the Sandbox. The Sandbox has partnered with Ubisoft to bring those Rabbids to their ecosystem. You can see some of those Rabbids right here. So voxel character and item will also be available for players and creators to incorporate into their own experience using the Sandbox free Vox Edit and Game Maker creation tool. We're excited to bring the Rabbids to the Sandbox community and to empower players to create their own original experiences, incorporating elements of our gaming IP. We can't wait to see how they make the Rabbids world their own. The Sandbox is an obvious new fun playground addition to the long list of Rabbids world invasions, and a great opportunity for Ubisoft to experiment a metaverse experience for its brands. Guillaume Mami, Senior Manager of New Business and Partnership at Ubisoft. I'm going to play a quick trailer of Rabbids. Guys, this partnership that they've announced, here it is. And here you got it. This is the new partnership between Ubisoft and the Sandbox. So we got some news coming from Coindex. NFT trading card game Skywaver wraps year-long tech build with public launch. Officially launched their game on the Polygon blockchain. Skywaver is emerging from private beta with a strong user base. Currently have 12,000 users online on the Discord. You can buy some of the cards. Some of those cards are currently going at $1.84. You can also trade them. These are all the cards. I'm not quite sure what's the future of this game, how it works, what's the game economic, but just showing you guys in case some of the people in the audience are interested in trying a trading play to card game. With 12,000 people on the Discord, 22,000 people on their Twitter page. Looks like this game been getting a lot of following recently. So we got Salesforce, who also recently announced and told the employee that they're building an NFT cloud service. So Salesforce is a pretty big cloud solution. Some of their clients include Slack. They work with a lot of big companies and they specialize in building SaaS application for the corporate place. It's the world #1 CRM application. People that don't actually know that, but Salesforce is the company that coined the word cloud. Salesforce co-CEO Mark Benioff and Brett Taylor spoke about the company's vision for an NFT cloud service according to people with knowledge of the matter. The discussion came during an online sales kickoff on Wednesday. A director of market strategy at Salesforce predicted in a December blog post that 2020 will be a big year for NFT. Essentially, they want to create a bunch of services that will allow people to launch their NFT on platforms such as OpenSea. OpenSea said it raised $300 million at a $13.3 billion valuation on the back of a surge in NFT trading, which surpassed $23 billion in 2021. So having seen that, and considering that Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff is also the CEO of Time Magazine, we recently launched the timepiece, it seems that their founder is also very interested into investing to the entire ecosystem. This week we reviewed Cryporaiders in depth. We covered everything about the game economics, how it works. And recently OlympusDAO announced that they're going to be partnering with Cryporaiders and expanding to the Polygon chain. Because Cryporaiders this week made a post announcing that they will be introducing new DeFi component to their application. Considering that they're using Olympus Pro, that means that they will be using bonds on their platform to bond their token. Olympus is a decentralized reserve currency. It's building community-owned decentralized financial infrastructure to bring more stability and transparency for the world. It's fixing a huge problem in DeFi that has to do with liquidity. Olympus is helping a lot of projects in that space to get the liquidity for their projects. Liaison, one of the co-founder of Cryporaiders, I'm extremely excited to share that Cryporaiders is the first Polygon launch partner for OlympusDAO, offering bonds on Raider Matic LP, liquidity providers, and soon all of our liquidity pairs. So that's the announcement of the week from Cryporaiders founder. Decentraland Metaverse Fashion Week will be launching next month. The Fashion Week in the Metaverse. Between the 24th of March and to the 27th of March, they will be having a fashion week inside the Metaverse game. So if you guys, want to put some of your Metaverse skin and outfit, join Decentraland and get ready for the coming weeks and to participate in Beyond Metaverse Fashion Week 2022. In addition to Metaverse Fashion Week, there's currently a fashion district being built within Decentraland. Last year, the Toronto-based Token.com bought the 6,090 square feet district for $2.4 million. Therefore, Metaverse Fashion Week could very well serve as a way to test the water for fashion houses before investing in Decentraland emerging fashion district. Wow, 2.4 million, someone from Toronto. Very interesting. Binance, led by the world's richest crypto billionaires, is taking a 200 million stake in Forbes. The fund will help Forbes execute on its plan to merge with a publicly traded special purpose acquisition company, SPAC, in the first quarter and, launch their own stock. Binance will replace half of the 400 million in commitment from institutional investor announced earlier, making it one of the top 2 biggest owner of Forbes. Binance now on Forbes. Big move. And it's very interesting because Xiao Changpeng, the founder and executive officer of Binance, was recently featured on Forbes magazine, where they announced that his fortune is one of the top, making one of the top billionaire in the world right now. So I guess right after being featured, got inspired here and then he acquired Forbes, I guess. So during this week, Ryan Sean Adam, the host of the Bankless show, which, by the way, fun fact, is one of the inspiration for this show. So big thanks to Bankless for inspiring the making of this entire show. So Solana was exploded this week. So one of the bridge that allowed people to move the money from Ethereum to Solana was exploded, and 120,000 ETH were stolen. Vitalik sounded the alarm bell less than 30 days ago, where he announced that people will have to be careful about bridges, because a lot of people believe that the entire crypto space will have interoperability, which will allow people to easily change their funds between different blockchains. But every time people are moving their fund from one blockchain to another, there's a risk of getting hacked, because you have to trust that the bridge is going to be working as expected. This week, a lot of money were stolen. One of the investors decided to pay back all that money that was stolen, which amounted to a lot. I think it was close to $250 million. Let me double check that. It should be around that range, around $250 to $300 million. And one of the investors decided to pay back all the people who lost those funds. On January 7, Vitalik posted an article saying, "My argument for why the future will be multi-chain, but it will not be cross-chain. There are fundamental limits to the security of bridges that hope across multiple zones of sovereignty." If you guys don't know, Vitalik is the founder of Ethereum, and he made a post on Reddit where he was discussing the future of crypto, arguing that it will be multi-chain but not cross-chain, because there's a lot of risk when it comes to bridging money from platform to platform. So one interesting take of the week came from Defi Dad. So Defi Dad say that the anti-NFT people are the flat earther of 2022. I thought that was a really interesting take that was worth sharing with you guys. Pixel Vault banks to 100 million in funding to chase an NFT media empire. This company, Pixel Vault, started as an NFT. They sold out the NFT, and then they created this entire ecosystem that is kind of like, I would say, a Marvelous version of Marvel in the crypto ecosystem. Also kind of similar to like a decentralized Disney. So they've raised money through the NFT, and now they are raising $100 million to fund the NFT empire. With them, you should expect to see different magazines, so different like a comic book. Probably, maybe we might end up seeing movies coming from them in the future, because they've raised enough money to do all of the sort, to like fund movies, to fund TV shows, fun shows on Netflix, who knows. And you guys can go check them out at punkcomics.com if you want to learn more about it. So BlackRock is one of the world's leading financial manager, and they are planning to offer crypto trading. Shiba Inu introduced real estate in the Doge Metaverse. They are planning to buy some asset in games such as Decentraland and Sandbox, and the Shiba Inu community is going to be launching, I think they call it the Dogverse. They will have Shiba Lands, they will have the Shiba Verse. Essentially, you'll be able to bring your Shiba to the Metaverse. So we also get in a new index product in the space for Solana. Index product provider Amon make play for Solana with Soli token launch. The Soli index token delivers low-cost, diversified exposure to Solana ecosystem project while also capturing a 6% staking yield. This is similar to what Index Coop is offering, where they have a series of different indexes for people that want to invest in a space without buying a specific token. Index Coop currently offers the DeFi Pulse Index, the Metaverse Index, the Bankless Index, even and the betting index, I believe. And so essentially what we're getting here, we're getting this company, Amon, making an index of some of the top projects on the Solana blockchain. So it's going to be called Soli. Check that out. If you guys believe in the Solana ecosystem, you could just own the index, and technically it will be like investing in all of those projects at the same time. Apple was going to enable crypto payment with tap to pay by the end of 2022. This is following up one of the news that we had recently where Visa was announcing their partnership with Crypto.com and Coinbase. So now that this is getting more accepted by card providers such as MasterCard, Visa, we're seeing the like of Apple that are going to allow people to make payment with crypto. One of the launch that happened this week is the launch of Drip. So it's a product that is essentially allowing you to collect funds similar to Patreon. So I'm going to read this quick blur here. Drip is a new Ethereum protocol and social network that allows anyone to generate continuous income without relying on bank accounts or extracting platform. You can see that different DAO can use it in order to receive funding from their member from the community. You can use it to collect funds. So essentially like a Drip. So this project will be getting drip from multiple people donating to that fund. You can see it over here. We got Brandon Ashlegs that is getting 666 DAI per month from his community. This is going to be a service that allows DAO projects, people in the crypto space to essentially collect money from their fans, similar to Patreon on a monthly basis. Big news in Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is no longer the edgy tech frontier as workers flee Google and Amazon for crypto and Web3 startups. A lot of developers are leaving some of those top companies in Silicon Valley to work for Web3. I completely relate. I'm a developer. I've been so attracted by the Web3 ecosystem that for me as a contractor, if I had to work with a new client, it would make more sense for me to work in the crypto space, even play to earn, rather than working in Web2. So recruiters say workers are leaving Silicon Valley giants for crypto and Web3 endeavors. They're making the leap in part to cash in early on what they view as the future of the industry. Executives and developers alike are jumping ship from Google, Meta, Amazon, and others. The CEO of YouTube Gaming recently left YouTube Gaming to join Polygon Studio, owned by Polygon Company, Polygon Network. And you have more and more developers leaving just to join the play-to-earn space or to join the DeFi space or crypto companies, because the future of the web is Web3. The hacker of Bitfenix were found. And the surprising thing is that the two hackers are not what you'll expect. One of those hackers is this lady over here.
I got pilot blood. I'm a real risk taker.
She's been nicknamed the crocodile of Wall Street. And a couple years ago, her and her husband stole close to $4.5 billion from investor on Bitfenix, and only $3.6 billion were recovered. I'm assuming that some of those funds were probably used to make this music video. So DeFi Aave launches Web3 social media platform Lens. This platform that they're launching kind of remind me of a platform launched back in the time by one of the Facebook competition. So that platform was called Jaspora. It seems that they're launching the project is going to be called Lens Protocol, and is going to allow people, anyone, to build a social network really easily. Since it's a protocol, it has a couple features that make it easy for anyone else to do the same thing. This thing reminds me of this open source project called Jaspora that launched a couple years ago, and the project was an online social network that was completely open source and also decentralized. So Aave just launched this new product. It's going to be very interesting to see what they do with it. We also have a news from the founder of RSS Feed. They are planning to launch a version of that is going to be completely decentralized called RSS3. If you guys don't know, RSS Feed I use for a lot of various things, such as tracking updates from blogs or from podcasts, and they are trying to launch a feed that is completely decentralized. This is going to take a couple months to bring that to life, but the goal is to make sure that that service is decentralized. A lot of service providers are not technically fully decentralized. So in order for Web3 to be fully decentralized, we will not only need the DApp in the ecosystem to be decentralized, but also all of the providers in that ecosystem will need to be decentralized as well. And finally, Alfa Romeo is launching a car that will have an NFT in it. This is the car that Alfa Romeo, the Italian car maker, is going to be releasing. The most controversial feature of the Tonale will probably be its NFT. Alpha said the NFT will be a confidential and non-modifiable record of the main stage in the life of an individual vehicle, and that with the customer's consent, the NFT will record vehicle data, generating a certificate that can be used to assure the car has been properly maintained. They're thinking about making VIN, an NFT essentially. So all the information of the car will be in there, damages, repair, trading, anything related to the car. So this is a very interesting thing that was worth sharing today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. You have a wonderful and beautiful week. We are the Astronaut guys. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.